Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
Pay no attention. The man behind the surface was doing nothing. Except for almost breaking it before he unboxed it for you. Hello, everybody. I'm very glad you can join us, except for that. I don't know what that was, other than a video that wanted to play back. At this point in time, I am going to unbox my Surface with Windows RT. Let me just say this. 420 people liked this video before it even started broadcasting. So thank you for doing that for me. There have been, of course, a few unboxings out there in the world already. This isn't the first, but I'm glad you're here with me. I'm very glad you liked the video before I did it. So if you do happen to like the video while you're watching, you haven't done it yet, thanks. Even better, and this would be really cool if you did it, share the video with others. Like, have others join us. Even if they don't want a Surface, it's still going to be kind of cool to see. You got to admit. Hey, Mastatobus, what's up? Jacob Erickson, Zane Syed, it's Kurgan, Reckless Fan 11 says, here we go indeed. Thanks for the engagement, guys. Really. So, I'm not going to belabor the point. I've got my unboxing juice. Although I've been calling it gummy berry juice lately, because I grew up with the gummy bears. As I sang in the vlog the other day. All right. So my first impression of the box, let me just give you this. Long box is long. Like, let me just, there's my forearm. It's as long as my forearm. I mean, it's not that I have stubby arms. I mean, I don't think I have stubby arms. But this is, it's a long box. And very thin, too. I mean, in terms of height. So they definitely did a good job with the packaging. I'm very, very happy with the packaging. Clean, sleek, and hopefully the hardware, at least inside, will match this box experience, which has been good so far. This is the 32 gig version of the Surface. I did not spring for a type cover or touch cover because it was, I thought, kind of pricey for a keyboard. I understand they would go side by side, but I'd rather use the keyboard first before I buy it, if that makes sense, you know? So if I use it and I like it, then I would get it. But I'm not going to spend $130 on a keyboard, even $100 that, you know, if I don't need it. And that's the thing. The Surface, I don't know if I would describe it as a tablet, because to me, a tablet doesn't need a keyboard. You could use a keyboard with a tablet, but the fact that Microsoft made that keyboard experience so integral with the Surface experience in general, I mean, the tablet itself makes it not a tablet. It's like in between a tablet and a laptop. It's neither. It's both. This is like almost like a new class of machine, and that's how I'm going to try to treat it, at least in terms of the hardware. Just so you know, I don't need the scissors, I guess. I was going to try cutting that open. I will be doing side-by-side comparisons and really giving you a rundown of what I believe this machine is being pitted against in the marketplace, and that is specifically the iPad. And it's very obvious when you use Windows 8 on a touchscreen that Microsoft has been, you know, watching the iPad for quite a while. Even though Metro, or I'm sorry, the artist formerly known as Metro, the modern UI is different. It's a different type of usability paradigm, and I actually like the modern UI a lot. In fact, I'll get into that in a second when we dive into the software features of the Surface with Windows RT. So there we go inside. Again, pretty plain, pretty simple. I do like the fact that they have tabbed the tape, so I don't need to cut into it with scissors. All right, let's see here. Okay, so there we go. And, oh, there you go. Oh, it's blue. It's so blue. Wow, that's tall. That's very tall. Like, it's tall. Clean. Relatively clean. They've got a Microsoft, or I'm sorry, the Windows logo up front. So they're identifying the device that way, up front. And I'm assuming that's the front. And up top is, we will find out in a second. Or, I mean, I don't know if that's the front or the back. I assume it's the front. I'll say I'm find that in a second. I like this. It's got a Windows RT sticker on the side. Although, this is pretty unique in terms of an adapter. clean. I like that it is clean. It's very clean. Not to say that they spent an inordinate amount of time thinking about the AC adapter, but that's that part of it. There, of course, is where it connects to the Surface. Now, I don't know if they're going to use the same adapters for the Windows 8 Surface tablets, because remember, this is Windows RT, which is different from Windows 8. As you know, I am not a fan of the way Microsoft has approached the bifurcated user experience, smashing elements of the classic Windows experience that wasn't optimized for touch with a new Windows experience, the modern UI that was optimized for touch. Okay, so my initial impressions, this is definitely not super lightweight, not incredibly heavy. Maybe just the way I'm holding it now, the portrait mode, it just seems to be very heavy, like top heavy. Holding it in landscape mode is definitely easier. Just, again, giving you my impressions. I would not say, though, even though I'm sure there's a difference, doesn't feel much heavier, if it is heavier, than an iPad, third or fourth generation. Underneath the Surface tablet, we have... Oh, apparently I opened it up the wrong way. Oh, there we go. That makes sense. Open it up like a reverse book there. Surface, the instructions, and that's it. Guys, that's all that's in the box. They have gone completely minimalist with this, and that's good. I like minimalism when it comes to computing. To me, that really shows off or allows the experience to show off its power. Like, technology doesn't have to have a billion buttons in order for it to be powerful. To be powerful, it actually, less is more. I'm a big fan of less is more. And we've got some basic instructions here in terms of get around Windows RT and get around Surface. Hardware setup, software setup. Okay, that's kind of weird. Oh, they assume that you bought... See, that to me is... I don't know why they did that. They're basically telling you need to buy the keyboard. In which case, why didn't they include the keyboard? Well, because of price. Well, dude, if this comes with... That's kind of a... I don't know, Microsoft. I don't appreciate that. I feel like I'm being upsold to something that I don't necessarily or shouldn't necessarily need if the computer works as designed on a touchscreen experience. So we've got get around Windows RT, so they show you just a couple of basics. I mean, just the basics. With touch, swipe in from any edge. If you're using trackpad, move your pointer into any corner. If you're using trackpad, if you're using... Okay, so they're telling me I have another accessory that... Okay. Well, I guess that's, really the basics of getting around the modern UI. And then here, getting around the Surface, we've got the headphone jack over here, volume rocker, power button up top, and HD video out, USB, micro SD behind the kickstand, and a charging port on the bottom. So let's go ahead and... You have to pardon if one of my computers was making a noise, the fan that was going on in the background. It was encoding, the same computer that's doing the streaming here, the Mac, was encoding today's TLDR that I just recorded before doing this unboxing. All right. What do they call these things? Chamfers? Everything apparently is angled at 22 degrees. I don't know if that's impressive to some of you. All right, let's just hear this kickstand clippy sound thing that everyone's freaking out about. Well, at least marketing's been freaking out about. If I can... How do I... It's kind of... Okay, one thing about getting the kickstand open, it's a little awkward to do, but... Okay, I guess that was impressive. So you have to kind of... To do it easier, you have to hold on... I don't know. So, maybe I'm doing it wrong. You have to effectively lay it on your hand or whatever, possibly get it... Or I guess you could put it on a surface, but I've got to show you on the camera. There's that. Let's go ahead and flip it down. Well, it snaps. I guess that... I mean, it's shut. Now I have fingerprints all over my screen. Yay. All right, so kickstand works. It is stood. Let's go ahead and boot her up. Ooh, look, they have a Microsoft... No, that's not a Microsoft tag on the back. never mind. There's a little, like a code, but it's not something that I think either one of us could scan. By the way, has anybody noticed my hat? Did anybody, come on, guys. Come on. What did you expect it to sound like? Jeff Scherer, I expected it to sound amazing. The marketing told me it was amazing. Do you think it's better than an iPad from what you've seen so far? No, I haven't used it. I wouldn't say it's better or worse. It's different. I mean, the kickstand, certainly sets it apart. It's clean in terms of design, very angular, and I like angles. I'm an angle fan. Hats are for nerds. There we go. Matt Fox 14 got it. That's Longhorn. Right there. That was going to be the awesome sauce version of Windows. It didn't happen. Let me see about... I want to prop this up so you guys can see the first boot. I don't want to... I guess I can hold on to it. I'd lay it on the surface, but then you couldn't see it. Give me a second. Here you go. I'm going to grab the box over here. Another box that I have. Wow. Do you realize that 1,000 people are tuned in for the live feed right now? That's awesome. Let's see if I can get it on the... Oh, yay. That worked. Okay. That makes me very happy. You guys should be able to see the full screen at this point in time. I don't know if this is going to stretch. I'm going to go ahead and plug her in because I don't know where the battery sits. I mean, in terms of percentage, how charged it is or isn't. Some people seem to have fumbled through their unboxings. Someone told me that Mary Jo Foley and Paul Thurrott had some awkward experiences with their Surface unboxing, which was kind of surprising to me because those two are two people I trust in terms of delivering information on Microsoft and Windows, as should you all. All right, there we go. Just so you know, it feels like a magnet's pulling it in ever so lightly, but it feels snug, like it's not going to pop out. I definitely appreciate that. Love that, and I bet you it would even turn either way. Let's find out. Is it reversible? It seems to be reversible. All right. Good on you, Microsoft. I love that. It's a small touch, and that's something you appreciate when you have some kind of reversible power connector. You start to appreciate that more than the power connectors. Like, let's say micro USB. It's not reversible. You can only get it in one way. And then, have you ever fiddled with USB that way? It's frustrating. So I like the fact that this seems to be reversible, and I assume if it went in both ways, it's reversible. Because otherwise it wouldn't let me. All right, so now we are charging. Let's see if we have a charge indicator anywhere. Yes. So the charge indicator appears to be the top of the power connector right there. Magnets, how do they work? Julian Atanasoy asked if I'm going to build. I didn't plan on it. I'm not a developer. They may not like me for all my opinions on the things that Microsoft does. And then again, Apple doesn't like me for all my opinions, nor does Google. But I still share my opinions. Because that's all I got, is my opinions, folks. By the way, with 1,238 of you watching right now, thank you for the support. 664 likes. Let's see if we can bump it up a bit. As we go to boot it up, the power, if I remember correctly, yes, on top, on the right side, or at least as far as your view is concerned. Oh, I got something on the screen already. Okay, do I need... Oh, there we go. No sound or anything that I know of, or that I could hear. See just how fast this sucker boots. It does boot slowly after personalization. This is a note coming in. Feel free, guys, by the way, ask questions, throw things out there. I'll catch what I can if I'm not messing around with this. Sounds like MS Surface is like Apple's devices in some respects. In many ways, Brad Tomlinson. By the way, Brad, I know you for how many times you share Locker Gnome's content. Thank you. This is really Microsoft's iPad. And I know they probably hate me for saying it, but come on. It is priced exactly the same as an iPad, just with different features. Okay, so the screen appears to be clean. I mean, in terms of I'm not taken aback like with like a lower quality screen necessarily. I wouldn't say the text is incredibly sharp. It's just asking me to select my display language. So pick the language, English, next. Screen seems to be quite responsive. License terms, scrolling seems to be good. I'm not detecting really any loss of frames. Seems to be not exactly 60 frames a second, and the text it goes aliased for a moment as you scroll. But come on, guys, it's an unboxing. Oh, what was that? Okay, personalize. Pick a color you like. All right, what color should I go with here? This is kind of neat how they ask you to personalize it up front. I like that. I really like that. I'm a fan of red. Big fan of red. Was that obvious with the curtains behind me? Let's go with that red. Although the contrast doesn't seem to... No. The contrast seems to be okay, although that's a dark red. Okay, I guess that's... if I went brighter... Okay, that makes sense. There's a lighter red. I like that red. PC name. What do I name this thing? Since I don't have a keyboard, this is what I have to do. Although, that was weird. There was a graphical anomaly. Did you see that? Right? If I tap PC name, a graphical anomaly just pops. Did you see that little line? Let's see if I'll do this again. Did you see that? This is the kind of thing I notice. Someone says blue. Blue. No, red. Ah! There's a Monty Python thing. What do I name this sucker? Look, I need a name. Like something with an S in it. Like Slippy, Slappy, Samsonite. I think it's a scroll line. Why is it a scroll line over there? I'm not scrolling over there. Let's go ahead and... I got to come up with some wacky name. I didn't know I was going to name it so soon. Ooh, I heard it like... There's no haptic touch, but I like the... I like hearing when I'm keying in on a virtual keyboard. Let's see here. Any other... Super tab? Turn the lights off so we see the screen better. Do you guys want... Oh, I may have to. It's gonna be difficult to angle. Is that better for you guys? Thanks for the feedback. Nimrod? Sucker? Hurricane Sandy. Smokey? Salmon? Snazzy? Surf pad? Splash. Sausage. Slatty. Surf. Saber. The Daga 786 wins this round. I love it. Saber. We have a name. Is that better? If not, I will turn off the lights so that you can see it better. I'm doing the best I can to accommodate y'all. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just reading before I started. We have a sponsor. GoToAssist.com. You know, it's the thing you can use to troubleshoot remote computers, iOS and Android. You can use the promo code Perillo to get a special, I'll just let you find out for yourself on GoToAssist.com. So we are ready to connect our wireless. Connect automatically, yes. So the password, Oscar the Grouch. It's been my wireless password ever since I can remember. Every access point I've used that password. I may change it at some point, but it's not a big deal. It's the only time I use the password. Settings. Whoa, that's kind of a laundry list of things. This is the thing. I want to do this. It's like a web page, you know? Like, so I can scroll, seemingly, to see nothing's really down beneath, but I want pinch to zoom. Let's see here. Help protect your PC. Turn on Do Not Track in Internet Explorer. Boy, they set that on default. That's impressive. Turn on sharing and connect devices to the network, or connect two devices on the network. I'm just going to use Express settings. You can also go in and customize. Sign into your PC. So they're asking for my Microsoft account, which I've had for quite some time. Let's see if I can get around the... Where's the number pad? Okay, so it's a 10 key on the number pad. It's going to take some getting used to, but that's okay. Every new OS does. I like the keyboard in general. Seems to be okay. And the screen is responsive, guys. Very responsive. And that's, to me, if I'm using a touchscreen device, it has to be responsive. All right, so now I'm going to enter my password here. Oops. What is it? I've got so many passwords here. I think that was it. No, apparently not. Did I type that in right? Okay. Sorry, I need bifocals, and you're just going to have to get used to staring at me this way because... Wait until I figure this out. Oh, that's right. I think it's that. Add security info. Wow, it knew all my information. That's cool. I mean, the fact that it pulled it all in. Creating your account. I've got the little spinning dots. Although, as the dots are spinning, sometimes they flash. I don't know if that's an anomaly or what, but it doesn't seem to be flashing now. Finalizing the settings, and... Hi! Wouldn't it be great if it said, hello, world? While we're getting things ready, check out the new way to use Windows. Okay. And here's the thing. Windows 8 isn't Windows like you've been used to it. You have to treat it like it's a new version of a new operating system. Well, it is a new version. It's a new operating system. The future of Windows is in the modern UI. Complete departure from everything you know. And you know what? That's why I like the modern UI. It's very usable on a touchscreen device. Seeing the desktop, though? Come on, dude. Backwards compatibility is for chumps. All right. Swipe in from any edge, okay? Oh, it's just teaching me. See, I was expecting I could touch it. This will take a few minutes, okay? Well, at least I don't get that annoying, 77%, 84%, and then it's stuck at like 99 for 4 hours. You've had that happen, haven't you? Someone likes the kickstand. The kickstand works. It really does work. I mean, it's a kickstand. Hello. You only have one angle though, which I think is just fine for what it is and what it does. I'm looking. We've got 1,400 of you guys watching now. By the way, I sent out. You guys should have received. Did you guys install the free Locker Gnome app for iOS and Android? We may work on a Windows 8 version if we find out enough of you are using Windows 8. Hello? So let us know if you're using Windows 8. We're all about producing more content related to Windows 8 for you, okay? So you got to let us know. Comment, question. The more you share, the more you engage, the more you communicate with us, the more we know about you, the more we learn about what you like and what you want more of. You said more gadgets, and so here's more gadgets. I spent my own money on this thing. Microsoft didn't send it to me. Although Microsoft did give me this Nokia Lumia 900 last night. It's a little old, but it's my first Windows phone with at least this particular Windows Phone 7 experience. It's kind of cool. Don't know if I'm going to unbox that separately or not. It kind of depends on how you vote for it. It's not exactly a new phone, but it is my first Windows phone. Won't be upgradable to Windows 8, or Windows Phone 8, sorry. Installing apps. Okay? Why wouldn't you have installed the apps before? That's a little weird. It's just a little quirky. Because, doesn't it come with the apps? Maybe it's... Well, if it was going online, it should tell me that it was going online somehow. So, yeah, the Locker Gnome free application on iOS and Android. Did you get the push notification? You should have, because I set it up to automatically get pushed out. This is so easy to build our own app on Mobile Roadie. That's the service we used for our free app. So thank you, everybody who's used it. We got 10,000 users of that app at this point in time. Someone said someone said something about HTML5 in an app. Someone asked about the difference between Windows RT and Windows 8. The big difference is, as far as average users are concerned, no backwards compatibility, no true backwards compatibility with all your legacy apps. The only way you can get new applications is specifically in the Windows Store, in the modern UI. Although, to me, it's kind of like a kludge that Microsoft kind of shoehorned the desktop into Windows RT. The desktop doesn't need to be there on Windows RT. On Windows 8, possibly, if you want the backwards compatibility. But at that point, I wonder, well, why would you have a touchscreen experience with the classic desktop UI that has a completely different user paradigm? I don't want to dive into it right now. This is all about the Surface. Let us check. Oh, wow. Okay, it's already connected to my photos on my SkyDrive. The thing I'm interested in most. Let me see. How do I increase the brightness? There's no... No, it's volume. There's no brightness, anybody? If you know how to do it quickly, that might help. Let me try settings. Settings. New screen. There we go. There we go. There. Is that better for you guys? Okay, here we go. All right, let's see the... All right, it's smooth. Not too much tearing. Minimal. Responsive. And that's good. Seems to be dropping just a few frames. Not as smooth as I would have hoped for, but not jarring either. Let's go ahead and fire up the weather app, my favorite application. Okay, it loaded fast enough. May have been downloading data in the background. Do you want to turn on location? Let's just block it for now. I don't worry. Okay. Apparently, I just want to go to the London, UK. There we go. So this is the weather in London. It's responsive. Yeah, there we go. I can kind of zoom in, but it kind of snaps out and back on the weather app. So I guess it kind of lets you do it, but not really. So if I pinch in, I can flip between Bing weather, hourly forecast, maps, so I can jump to the different parts of it. Oh, this is another thing. I don't know if you guys knew it, but in some of the default apps, Microsoft is running ads. They run banner ads. It's going to be in the weather app and a few other applications. Not exactly sure how I feel about that, but it is a full-featured weather app. The screen again is responsive, and I think it's because of the way they're handling asynchronous I/O in Windows RT that is making it as responsive as it is. I would still, God, I wish I could do, I'm trying to, since I don't have any other apps open, I can't switch between them there. So I got to go over here and press the start button. Something that I learned last night, and I may do a separate video on this. If I pinch out like that, I'm still learning, and what I'm going to do is a separate video on all the gestures I know of. If I do that and swipe down, I can actually name that page of applications. Like if I go super, enter, then what happens when I come back out is the word super is, oh, I was trying to zoom in. The word super is up there. So you can name the groupings of applications. Kind of neat, huh? The charms bar, yes, that's what they call this menu over here. It's not the start menu. This is your start screen, Windows RT. So let's see, match.com. The hell? Oh, so the first thing I see when I log in is spam. Okay, so let's go here. Let's go into photos. A few things that, and this is more about the Surface, or I'm trying to make this more about the Surface with Windows RT than Windows 8 itself. But one of the things I wanted to really show you that I was very happy to see, and I think this was the right design decision, to get to settings for any app. When you open the app, you open the charms bar and then settings. It's contextual. So let's say you're never on Flickr. You can go in there into the settings and then choose, where is it? Options at the top. And then you could take the check mark out of the Flickr option. Kind of neat. And just like that's contextual. God, I wanted to swipe and push. I got to remember, right, you just swipe out. Left, you swipe out and back. And then if you swipe out and just hold, what'll happen is you get a split screen. So if you wanted to browse photos and the weather at the same time, it looks like you have just a couple of positions at this point in time. Seems like it fades in, not too jarring transitions. That's good. Polish. It's all about polish, man. Let's go back to the start screen. Okay, can't do that. Let's wipe it out. If I hover and float back, then I can get to, that's how I'm wanting to get back to it rather than using the charms bar. It's just mentally, I know I have to train myself or retrain myself to do something different. Anything else that anybody wants to ask about while I'm flipping through this, and I'm very, very happy to ask. Time for another commercial break? No, I already got one in there. Thank you. Although we do have a GoDaddy.com coupon, $5.99 when you check out. 3 domains for $5.99. Hey, he asked for it. Hey, if Microsoft can put ads in Windows 8, I can put ads in my video too. If it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me. Let's take a look at the news application. I didn't even know I was tapping on the news application there. I accidentally clicked it. That was a happy accident. Any colors, other colors than black? Oh, for the bezel? No, it's just black at this point. Top story, East Coast braces for weather monster. I'm seeing it's smooth. It's smooth enough, I think, that most people wouldn't see the difference in terms of, yeah, it's definitely smoother. I don't know if it's when it's graphically intensive, if it drops frames, but it just seems to be dropping just a few frames. Not horribly so. Not horrible. Oh, there's another ad. I don't want that. It's not that I mind ads. I don't mind ads. Or yeah, it's not that I don't mind ads. No, ads are fine. I just wonder why they're in there by default. Okay, let's go back to... So as I said, the settings is contextual. Search is also contextual. So I can search news. So if I search for Windows... I love that sound. The small things. Check the camera inward. I will. How does it compare to the iPad? I will answer that question. I don't want to spend too much time on that in this unboxing and initial impressions, but I will be doing a separate video on that after I've had isn't that neat? I love the fact that you can always get to search for the app that you're in and the settings for the app you're in. Microsoft, you did that right. No doubt about it. I firmly believe. The one thing that did confuse me, though, let's say I'm on the start screen, I pull up the Charms bar again, and I press share. Like, there's nothing to share right now. Okay, well, then why did you show me an option to share? It's a little kind of weird. And then I pulled up devices, and then it says, devices, start. There's nothing to send right now. Okay. Just a little weird. So the store. I want to go ahead and run through, if I can. I had already picked up Cut the Rope on here. It should be tied to my account. So I don't know if I can I don't know if I can download it automatically. I haven't had much experience with it on a touchscreen, just basic experience. It's free install. It's odd. Since I had already purchased it before, it doesn't note that I had purchased it before. You get a notification up top. It says installing Cut the Rope. I'm trying to zoom in. Okay, there we go. I can pinch to zoom out. Yeah, the frame rate's definitely better when there's fewer graphics on the screen. Perceivably, I'm just telling you. I see. That's my problem. Ew, fresh paint. That looks neat. A little painting application. Let's go back. Had to tap that a few times. That's what she said. Let's go ahead. Can I tap window? Oh, nice. Someone's calling me. I have no idea who it is. Sorry. Another way of getting back is just tapping the Windows logo or task jumping. Ooh, check it out. I don't know if you can hear it. Haptic. That's a haptic touch right there. It's kind of neat. Try IE. It's new. All right, we will tap IE 10. There have been benchmarks, by the way, run with IE 10, and I would say it's definitely a contender. I don't know if I'm going to miss Chrome for too long on Windows 8. Okay, scrolling the web page here. Very responsive. I love this design on MSN. They must have just rolled this design out. This is great. I mean, it really mirrors that whole modern UI experience. That's what they're calling the artist formerly known as Metro. So I'm looking for where's the geek stuff? Where's the tech news? MSN doesn't have tech news? News, sports, entertainment, money, autos, living, health, MSN Now? Dude, you're a tech company! Am I the only one who's kind of sad? Alright, fine. I guess I'll go to money. Still very clean. It's smooth-ish, but not jarring. This is passable. It is passable. Okay. Oh yeah, that's smooth as smooth can be. In fact, that is very smooth. Very impressed with that, Microsoft. Very impressed with that. So there's my MSN money. Let's go back. I'm checking the comments here. There's already a Chrome app for it, I believe. I don't know if Chrome is updated to have a modern UI application, although the Xbox Smart Glass is also available. And little bonus here. Android users can download Xbox Smart Glass as of today. They just rolled it out in the Google Play Store. Let's go back. See if it's installed. Updates 5. This is where apparently Cut the Rope is still downloading. Updates 15. Well, I tapped that already. That was bizarre. I tapped it the first time and then the second time. Looks like they have all their default apps ready to go. Select all. Pardon me. Clear install. We'll just install all the updates. Let's go back home. See here. Not the modern UI yet, only via the desktop. I'm not exactly sure what that means. Getyourgoogleback.com. Yeah, Google rolled that out. I don't know if I really want a Google button on my start screen. I don't need it. All right, let's take a look at the camera, guys. Do you want allow the camera to use the camera or the microphone? Well, yeah. Why else would I have launched the app? Okay. That's not bad. That really is not that bad. There's some purple flare going on there. I don't know if you can detect that, but I can see it. Told you, purple flare happens on a lot of digital cameras. God dang. It's a little noisy, but it's not horrendous. It's not horrendous at all. I mean, and I'm saying that because some people were reporting that the camera sucked. It's not that bad. It's good. Or certainly it's good enough for recording, potentially recording video. And also, doing, I wanted to say FaceTime, but that's not the word for it. Skyping. Camera options here. Photo resolution, 16:9. Oh, I can bump it up. Okay, that's outside the aspect ratio of the screen, though. That looks a little weird. Video mode. So I was in camera mode. Now I'm in video mode. I'm looking very ghostly white. It doesn't know that I don't want the background. I want the foreground. That's a good camera. I think it's a good camera. And here's the thing. The camera would be pointing up, so the fact that it's getting the top of my head now is actually, pretty smart. I like how they angled the camera. And then you also have a light indicator at the top saying that it's not horrendous. It's middling okay. It's not. But I can only go by the reviews. Okay, how are the speakers? Let's find out. Do we know any... Okay, there's music. Xbox Music I don't think is launched yet, though. Do we know any... A new version of the app is available. I'm downloading it in the back. Oh, maybe the service has launched. I can't play any of this because I don't have the copyright, or I can't. So let's open up and do this. Swipe down from the top. That's how you switch back and forth between tabs. I don't know. Oh, if you swipe down too much, then what you're doing is you're closing the app. Like, boom. And boom. And it's closed. Let's open it up again. For all intents and purposes, though, you shouldn't need to close applications. I wonder if I can just search in this field. Yes, I can. Locker Gnome YouTube. Oops, that's a misspelling. I'm trying to get to that spot. It's not... Okay, this is a little annoying. I'm trying to get to... And obviously I can. It won't let me... I don't want to type in Q. No, I don't want to select. I just... Some different nuances here. Yeah. Okay, this... Either my fingers are too fat. I'm trying to... The search field is so close to the keyboard. I'm trying to... Screw it. I'm just going to retype the word. Not exactly what I wanted, but... Google could have corrected me. Of course, this is Bing. Bing would have corrected me too, though. Let's just check it out. Oh, it said something at the top, but I missed it. Let's see here. There we go. We're going to play. Someone wanted to hear the speakers, that's why. Okay, Daisy, that's great. Daisy? 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 I'm not the only one who knows Daisy. Use the arrow keys on the keyboard. Oh, why didn't I think of that? Because I was, trying to type in there, touch the field. Silly me. I could touch the field. It's too close to the keyboard. Hey, here's the thing, guys. Never blame the user. Never blame the user. That's what engineers do. That's what software developers do. It's lazy to blame the user. For reals. Never blame the user. Early because the news crew was supposed to be here at 9 a.m. This is the vlog from this morning. Hey, do you mind if we do 9:45? And I'm like, sure. Probably because of traffic, right? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's passable. Yeah. For a tablet-like computer, it's passable. Let me go ahead and bump her up to 1080. It was also nice that I was able to play this immediately. Let's go to 1080p full screen.
Slept here all night. We didn't hear you. Or at least I didn't. If Diana would have heard you,
See
she would
here.
have shut the door.
Quite a few drop frames.
Really?
1080p video on YouTube, massive amount of drop frames.
Really, really loud.
Like, this is bad. Like, I would not... Yikes. That's bad. No. And I don't think it's my network connection either, in that case. That's bad, because all that had buffered already. And other people had said the same thing. It started to buffer, but that wasn't the problem. Pushing 1080p video is a little too much for it. And by the way, other reviewers have said the same thing. It's not just me. I'm not just holding it wrong. Some people want to blame the user, and it's not right. Thanks again for all the likes, if you guys forgot them, because we got 1,400 of you watching, but only 997 likes. It makes me wonder if 500 of you hate me. So here, what else did you guys want to see? Build quality. It seems solid. Honestly, this doesn't feel cheap to me. It feels like a lot of attention was paid to design. As I said, the screen seems to be responsive as responsive can possibly be. I see just a small amount of tearing and a few drop frames, but I wouldn't say that it would be jarring enough that I wouldn't want to use it on a regular basis. Let's go ahead and do cut the rope. I'm a casual gamer. Will it play Crisis? Or will... Oh. Okay. Let's try it again. Ding dong. Ah, there we go. Whoa. Dang, dude. Whoa, do you guys look at that? Yeah, getting a few drop frames here on a simple game. Yikes. Okay. I'm not very happy with this performance at all. Whoa, dude. Okay, I'm out. Yikes. Okay. Ew. You guys saw me unbox it, man. I don't... Maybe I got a lemon. I don't know. I for $500 of my money, I would not expect performance like that. I'm just saying. And the Cut the Rope for the modern UI has been out for months. And I just downloaded the version from the App Store, all right? So we've had some issues with frame rates. Okay, across the board. Some of it good, some of it not so good, but all right. Word. I like Word. I mean, I'm a Google Docs user, but okay, I don't want that done. Whatever.
Welcome to your modern office.
Shut up. Blank document. Okay. Keyboard popped up and then the letters changed. Did you see that? It kind of flashed. Hey. All right, let's see how autocorrect works. There is something going... Oh. There is no autocorrect. The autocorrect is in Word. So, if you were expecting autocorrect like Android or iOS, you ain't gonna get it. At least in Word. I don't know why... Let's close that. I don't know why I'm on the desktop. I really don't. Ah! Let me tell you why I'm frustrated. When I'm in the modern UI, and I've got an app open, say Photos, what do I do to close it? Gotta wait for it to load. I'm on the desktop. I'm in Word. What do I do to close it? That closes the desktop. Okay, so just trying to type around. No, I meant to tap insert. I tap footer. It's kind of a little laggy. It's not very responsive. And I don't think I have... Yeah, I see I tap mailings. I have to tap it a couple times. I tap it once, and then sometimes the menu will pop up right away, and other times not. It should be immediate upon a tap. See, I tap size. I had to wait a second, and then the menu popped up. So it's a classic Windows app, so I've got to close it with the close button. So you're mentally you have to switch metaphors in your head dynamically, and that's not fair to the user. I'm telling you, dude. This experience optimized for touch. For this experience, the desktop was a total mistake. It was a total mistake, dude. Don't save. See, I had to tap it twice because my fat finger went underneath the don't save button. Okay, so this is the desktop. But in Windows RT, it's the desktop really in name only. They give you the Office, what is it, the student apps for Office for students. That's PowerPoint, Word, Excel, and OneNote. And you also, bizarrely, and I mean, this is bizarre to me, you get Internet Explorer. But this iteration, or the version of Internet Explorer here, is not synchronized with the version of Internet Explorer back in the Metro experience. So look, so here's IE here, and IE here. So there. Okay, so I can't apparently. So I have to run the desktop in a minimum mode. That's bizarre. Okay. There we go. So I have two versions of Internet Explorer running side by side, and the two don't communicate with each other, which could be a security reason, but it's just a little strange to me. There we go. At least you can still swipe down like you could, like what they used to call arrow snap. You can swipe down there. Just be careful not to swipe down from the top of the screen, otherwise you'll go to close the desktop application. Double tap still maximizes. Do I have arrow snap on the side? Yep, that's nice. I don't think I have the jiggle though anymore. So I've got the recycle bin for the files. There's likely no recycle bin on the in the Metro experience. I've got the Explorer, but again, this is bizarre because I can navigate the file system using the classic Windows paradigm. And by the way, in classic Windows, frame rate seems... Yeah, I guess I could do the arrow. What is that? What was that called again? Shake? No. God, it's been so long. See, I try to tap to close it, and I got to tap again. So it's frustrating, guys. I mean, I got to tell you, it's frustrating. I don't understand why I have this on a computer that's really designed for this. I don't. Arrow shake, yeah, thank you. I love that picture. Ah, dang it. Jump me into the picture. It showed me the picture in the preview, and then it didn't jump me into the picture. That's disappointing. All the pictures that I post to Facebook here. There's my Instagrams. You can zoom in and out. Oh, I can't. There we go. Zoomed in too far there. Wasn't pinching out there. There's Princess Leia in the cockpit. Close. Swipe in and out to flip back and forth between open applications. That's still a little... As someone who uses touchscreen devices on a daily basis, what I just did there is frustrating, and I wasn't doing it intentionally at all. You can't install Windows programs on Windows RT, and I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. I do not want to install classic Windows programs for the reasons why I'm just demonstrating for you.
Oh, Chris, you just have a...
Wait, hang on.
You just have a fat finger, Chris. You're not using it right. If you used it right, you'd have no problem. That's your problem. You're using it wrong.
Again, I go back to saying don't blame the user. Interesting nuances. I do love the general usability of the modern UI again. Definitely some, how you say, performance issues with Windows RT. It could be that the hardware is a bit underpowered for what Microsoft's throwing at it at this point in time. Speakers are good. Camera's good. Here's the thing. I'm not going to pick on the apps at all because I think the apps are going to come. I love apps that allow me to take advantage of this screen, specifically modern UI coded apps. The apps that I don't appreciate are these. I don't understand why I'm using this on this computer. I don't get it. I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. Let's go ahead and do this. Here we go. It reoriented just fine. And it was nice to see that. Did you see it did respond? That's actually pretty smart. Wait, cancel. No, that's not what I wanted. No, I didn't mean to. God, I have to inhale and hold my finger steady like I'm taking a picture every time I don't want to touch a button. Some weird graphical anomalies as I'm dragging this window edge. You see how it kind of flashes like that? It's like very reminiscent of Windows 3.1. But it did reorient to give me more space for the keyboard down below versus this orientation. Not exactly as buttery smooth as I would have wanted in resizing Windows, even on the classic desktop. Looks like I've got a couple of keyboard options, including a split keyboard, using it looks like a stylus, or like, let's say, hey, insert, H-E-Y, where it got inserted somewhere. I don't know where the hell my cursor is, though. There, okay. What's up? See? It worked. This reminds me of when I was using the Pocket PC back in the day. I used to love my Pocket PC. So it's nice you have different input options there, at least on that particular keyboard. Pretty cool. I do like that. So I realize this is more like a Windows RT experience with the Surface because they're kind of like, two different things or so. Apt-get new user for the love of God. I can't. Chris, is lagging because you're installing updates. So you're saying it can't handle multitasking very well. Either way, that's a problem. Let's see here. Where do I go? Okay, so let's see if I can cancel the updates. It's down. All it's doing is downloading. It says downloading. It didn't say it was installing. It says installing apps, but then it says downloading. And I don't have the option to. There we go. Now I could cancel from there. So cancel install. Let's do this. Pause. Just for the sake of argument. So they're all paused. Nothing going on here. They're all paused. I can resume. Let's go back to cut the rope. And let's see here. Let's see how well it performs here. Because you may be right. I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt. Heard some clipping in that speaker there. That was the second time I heard clipping. Okay, yes. Nope. Still pretty poor perf on the game. And I don't think this is a graphically complex game either. So we can pop back to the desktop and I can do word thing again. No, still got graphical anomalies. Okay, so I don't want to belabor too many points more than I have at this point. I want to hang on. I know how to get to the clock. You swipe in. I like that. We've been about an hour into this, so I want to start wrapping up if I can, because I know that many people will not sit through this unboxing and initial impressions of the Surface with Windows RT. I believe I've answered most of the questions, shown you a bit here, giving you my initial thoughts, as they've happened. I'm definitely going to be very interested in pitting this against the new iPad, which I will be getting on November 2nd in another week. I will be unboxing that live on YouTube as well. Last night I got 4 iPad minis, one for me, one for Diana, and 2 for you. I'm giving away 2 iPad minis. I am. Did you not catch that? I tweeted it out earlier. Like, if you follow me on Instagram, I'm at Chris Perillo there. I ended up posting a shot of the saying, hey, if you follow me on Instagram on Thanksgiving Day, one of you who lives anywhere on this planet is going to get a gift from me. A Surface. I'm sorry. Surface is a little too expensive to give away at this point in time. An iPad mini is a little more affordable for me, considering I put my own money out there to give it away. Maybe if the Surface was a little cheaper, I would give one away. Until then, I would have to find a sponsor for it. So anyway, hey, a giveaway is a giveaway is a giveaway is a giveaway. Feel free to send me one. Well, I can't just send you one, just for the sake of sending you one. Thank you, by the way, for the likes, the attention. If I missed any of the questions that you guys were asking, I do apologize. I was doing my best to give you everything that I possibly could on here in the time allotted. I didn't have a chance to run through every app, but I think I gave you a pretty good idea of the experience you can come to expect from Windows RT on the Surface. Ooh! I love The Nightmare Before Christmas. My favorite movie this time of year. Any other Jack Skellington fans? Of course, I have it on DVD. Windows Update, Chris. Update Windows? Okay, I will. Specs? It's Surface with Windows RT running on an ARM-driven platform. All right, update the reboot. I think you guys are expecting that the reboot, or an update may fix it. That may be true. And if so, I will absolutely give you a fair shake. I will. Okay, here's what I said I would do this, but I just want to reiterate because I definitely want to wind this up or wind down. I will do a full-on review, a dedicated, very brief. Here are my thoughts on it. Should you get it? Should you not get it? You're free to get it. I mean, it's your money. You can spend it however you want. Just my thoughts on the Surface with Windows RT, entire experience, hardware and software, kind of a more condensed, thought-out version of what I did here for an hour. I will also be doing a video on this versus the iPad because they're the same price, and that's really where the comparison begins and ends because everything else about the two devices seems to be completely different. I hate rating products. Someone just asked for me to rate it. I don't like rating products. I really don't. If you want me to compare this against anything else, I would be happy to do that. But, get a keyboard cover the next time. I don't know if that would improve the experience any. This is really, it's a touchscreen device. Like, if it's going to fly, it's going to fly on a touchscreen. Everything should be optimized for a touchscreen. You touch the screen. It's designed for touch. I don't want to use a keyboard. Certainly not at a $100 premium. Yikes. The graphical anomalies are not going to be fixed with a keyboard. Chris, please answer. What do you plan on doing for Halloween? Dude, follow me on Twitter. At Chris Perillo. I already told you. Can you guys answer for me so I don't have to repeat myself? Stormtrooper, dude. Just like I did a few years ago. Remember all those Stormtrooper videos I did? What's the reboot time? Well, let's find out. So to shut things down, we can do one of two ways. We can either log out, or not swiping up. That swiping up pulls up, by the way, it pulls up all the apps that are installed, including old legacy apps like Notepad. It's still there. It's still there in case you want to use Notepad in this experience versus the Metro experience. By the way, I don't want to open up the mail app because apparently all I have is spam. That's pointless. You swipe in, go to settings, and then power. Settings, power. Let's just do a restart. We'll reboot that mother. Thank you, everybody, you cannot have my hat, Felix Northover. Sorry. Do hand commands. Oh, you don't want to see the hand... Closing 2 apps and restarting. Oh, they're the legacy apps. No, wait. They're legacy apps. Yeah, restart anyway. Hand commands. Hey, thank you. This is the only hand command I want to give you. Thank you for... even if you don't like me, if you just appreciated the effort. I just spent the last hour of my life doing this for you. And I'm rebooting per someone's request. That's what I'm doing. What's that bar for behind you? Helps tell the time. Update fixes the lag. Gosh, you guys are really going to push me over the hour. All right, I'll reboot and see how it may work. And I will sing hallelujah. I will sing hallelujah if it works. That would be awesome. I love that screen because Space Needle Seattle represent. Swipe up, enter in my password. It seems to remember the last keyboard settings, which is nice. Gotta log in again. This is the last thing I'm going to do, guys, is after this reboot. Enter. Okay. I turned it upside down and it reoriented. That was pretty cool. Smooth too. That's a clean transition. Attention to detail. All right, cut the rope. Here we go again. The killer app. Speaker still seems to be a bit overdriven. Play, ding dong, swipe, cardboard box. That's it, guys. I gotta close her out. Thank you for paying attention. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being a great part of this community. Thank you for understanding that I try to use as many products as I possibly can with my earned money just for you. Got this. Well, for me, yeah, because I want to play with the apps. I love apps. Got the iOS devices too. Got Android devices. I got devices out the wazoo. What device you want? I got it for you. I don't know what kind of accent that was. So I'm going to go ahead and close her out. Thank you again for being yourself and for staying tuned to more content that we're going to do for you to help you navigate your way around Windows RT, Windows 8, and the Surface. Thanks again. We'll see you later.
Pay no attention to the man behind the surface.